There's something undeniably magnetic about classic off-road machines. They represent adventure, durability, and a raw connection between man and machine that modern SUVs often struggle to capture. Among these icons, the Toyota Land Cruiser FJ60 holds a special place in the hearts of enthusiasts around the world. Now, one particular FJ60 build has emerged that doesn't just honor that heritage, it amplifies it by turning up both the performance and presence in ways that make sure you'll hear this classic before you ever see it. This isn't just another restoration, it's a bold reimagining of a timeless vehicle that blends vintage charm with modern mechanical excitement in a way that every automotive lover can appreciate. The Land Cruiser FJ60 first made its mark in the 1980s as part of Toyota's legendary FJ series, offering rugged capability, reliable mechanics, and a simple, utilitarian design that became beloved across continents. Its boxy silhouette and purposeful stance made it instantly recognizable, while its reputation for going anywhere and doing anything helped cement its status as a cult classic. Over the years, countless enthusiasts have restored or modified these trucks, but few builds manage to capture both the purity of the original and the spirit of an upgraded ride, quite like the one we're talking about today. What sets this particular FJ60 apart from the typical resto mod scene is its striking combination of classic looks and a powerful, modern-minded heart. Under the familiar hood lies a heart transplant that dramatically changes the personality of the vehicle. This Land Cruiser is not content to merely cruise through trails at low pace. It wants to impress, to dominate, and above all, to be heard. The result is a driving experience that pairs old-school visual appeal with a compelling mechanical roar that announces its presence long before it crests a hill or rounds a corner. The transformation begins with the engine. While many classic Land Cruiser builds choose to retain the original six-cylinder for authenticity, this example takes a bolder route. It has been fitted with a potent V8 power plant that breathes new life into the chassis. The added horsepower and torque not only improve acceleration and throttle response, but also bring an unmistakable exhaust note that complements the truck's rugged aesthetic. When this FJ60 comes to life, it doesn't purr, it growls, letting everyone around know that a classic with serious capability is on the move. But power alone isn't what makes this build special. The vehicle's overall presentation strikes a perfect balance between vintage character and thoughtful modification. The exterior largely stays true to the FJ60's original design language, preserving the iconic boxy shape and simple lines that enthusiasts admire. Subtle upgrades like wider tires, slightly flared fenders, and modern lighting elements enhance usability without overpowering the classic vibe. This careful blend ensures that the truck feels familiar to purists, yet exciting and fresh to those who appreciate tasteful enhancements. Inside, the retrofit continues with updates designed to improve comfort and functionality while retaining the rugged charm of the original cabin. Classic bench seats and durable surfaces reflect the FJ60's utilitarian roots, but upgraded materials, modern gauges, and refined finishes hint at the build's contemporary edge. The interior feels familiar, yet refreshed, a space that invites both nostalgic reflection and modern enjoyment. Driving this FJ60 is an experience defined by contrasts. On the one hand, there's the satisfying simplicity of a classic 4x4 chassis, a rugged, upright demeanor that connects the driver to the road and the terrain in a way modern SUVs often fail to replicate. On the other hand, there's the exhilaration that comes from the upgraded engine and exhaust note, which add an element of performance theater that makes every start, rev, and acceleration a moment to remember. Whether on a dusty trail or a paved road, this Land Cruiser doesn't just move, it performs. The build also embraces practical enhancements that improve overall drivability. Upgraded suspension components smooth out rough terrain, providing better control and stability while maintaining the truck's inherent off-road capability. Brakes have been upgraded for improved stopping power, adding confidence to the driving experience. These enhancements show that the build isn't just about showmanship, it's about creating a vehicle that can actually be driven hard, explored widely, and enjoyed fully. What this special FJ60 build ultimately represents is a bridge between eras. It's a vintage vehicle that refuses to be confined to the past, yet it doesn't abandon the distinctive character that made the original Land Cruiser legendary. Instead, it uses modern upgrades to amplify that character, creating a machine that appeals to both classic enthusiasts and fans of performance vehicles alike. Enthusiasts are naturally drawn to builds like this because they embody the ethos of adventure and capability. The old and the new come together in a vehicle that respects its heritage while embracing evolution. It stands as a reminder that classic cars and trucks don't have to be museum pieces. They can be vibrant, dynamic machines that deliver joy, presence, and personality every time they hit the road. When this Land Cruiser FJ60 rolls up, the first thing you'll notice is the sound, deep, powerful, and unmistakably alive. It's a reminder that automobiles are meant to evoke emotion, to announce themselves, and to leave a lasting impression. But as you take in its classic lines, thoughtful upgrades, and purposeful stance, you also begin to appreciate the artistry behind the build. This is not just a vehicle, it's a statement about how automotive passion can reshape history without losing respect for it. In a world where many off-road builds chase extreme specs, exaggerated lifts, or overly aggressive styling, this FJ60 stands apart. It's grounded, purposeful, and authentic, a testament to what happens when a builder honors the soul of a classic while enhancing its performance in ways that feel natural and exciting. This Land Cruiser doesn't just move roads, it owns them, making its presence known with every turn of the key and every stretch of open terrain. For anyone who loves classic vehicles, off-road capability, or builds that genuinely enhance without overwhelming, this FJ60 is a shining example. It's a machine that proves classics can be bold, expressive, and thrilling, especially when they're built with passion, respect, and a reverence for what made them legendary in the first place. This Land Cruiser doesn't just hear before it's seen, it's felt, remembered, and admired long after it passes by.